Hello students, welcome back to Peter Thought. Today I am here with the English subject and today we are going to discuss about the grammar part. It is active voice and the passive voice. Coming to the active voice. What is active voice? Active voice, which means the direct sentence which we will pronounce. This will be the direct one. The sentence in this active voice will be the direct one. For example, we take here that I am watching the video. This is in the active voice because that is directly it is saying that I am watching the video. I am watching the video. This sentence, what does it indicate? It indicates the active voice, which is in the direct form. While coming to the passive voice, what is passive voice? In this passive voice, there is the involvement of the other person, the observer. The observer is bystander. This will be in the form of the bystander seeing the some situation and expressing it outside. Here we have the active voice, I am watching the video. We shall convert this into the passive voice. If we convert this into the passive voice, what will it become? This is the active voice, that is I am watching the video. Coming to the passive voice, it gets converted into, it gets changed into the video was watched by him. Here I became him. That means the observer who is the bystander, he is saying this passive voice. This is the difference between active voice and the passive voice. In the active voice, I am watching the video, but in the passive voice, by the bystander, which means who is the observer, is saying that the video was watched by someone. Who is that someone? By him. This is the active voice and passive voice. We shall discuss about the three tricks which are present in this active voice and the passive voice. We shall discuss it in clear. Among these tricks, the first one is in the passive voice and the conversion of passive voice. Let's take an example. Dog chases the cats. This is in the form of the active voice. This is the direct one. It indicates that the dog chases the cats. And here, what is dog here? Dog is the subject and chases is the verb which is done by the subject. That means dog. And the cat. Cat is considered here as the thing. There are three. What are those? Subject, verb and an object in this. We shall take the other example. It is Ramu ate the apple. In this, Ramu is subject. This is a subject and the verb is ate. What is Ramu doing? Ate the what? What did he eat? What Ramu ate is apple. So the apple is considered as the object here. So coming to the first trick, what happens? The subject which is there, at the first will be transposed and will be changed into the end part. In the same way, this is the X trick. The subject which is there will go to the end side and the object which is at the end will come to the first. This is the first trick in this. We shall clear it by the example now. What is there in this active voice? In the active voice and passive voice, this will be the difference. The subject which is present in the active voice will get converted into the end in the passive voice, and in the same manner the at the end which is the object present in the active voice, that get converted into the starting point and it gets started with that. Considering this example, Ramu ate the apple. In this, Ramu is subject and apple is the object. So in the, when the conversion of or changing into the passive voice, the apple which is the object comes into the first place. So it is considered as apple, and the last word is Ramu, which is the subject, and in between we use the verb to connect this. What is the verb used here? And in the active voice it is as ate the apple. Here, apple was eaten by Ramu. As a bystander is saying that in every maximum 94%, they this by is used here because the passive is said by a bystander, that means as the observer. So remember this, the word bystander. In this bystander, by is 96% used in every of the sentence in the changing active voice into the passive voice. Here the active voice is changed into passive voice, that was apple was eaten by Ramu. This is converted or changed into this type. And considering the next one, as I have said previously, there were three tricks. That is, the first one is X, which means the subject which is present at the starting goes to end, and the object which is at the end in the active voice get converted into the first word in the passive voice. And the second one is, in this, apple was eaten by. What is by? It is a bystander, and was. These are the helping verbs. And coming to the third trick, it is completing the sentence. If it was apple was eaten, will it be the correct one? No, right? Apple was eaten. Is this a complete sentence? Apple was eaten, but this is not the full sentence or the complete sentence. So in order to elaborate this, how can we write this as, in the question or the in the active voice they given that apple was, sorry, Ramu ate the apple. This was given in the active voice. Coming when it is changed into the passive voice, we can write it as apple was eaten by whom? Ramu. By is the bystander, as we have discussed previously, and Ramu, that is the subject which is given in the question, the act in the active voice. This is said to be the complete sentence. Otherwise, in the previous case, what is there? Apple was eaten, but by whom? That is a question mark and it is incomplete. Whereas here, apple was eaten by Ramu. Then this is said to be a complete and a meaningful sentence. This is about the three. Now we shall discuss with the help of some examples. Let us consider here active voices. Peter thought grammar. So when we convert or the change into the passive voice, what happens? The helping verb or the auxiliary verbs are used in it. It is was. So as we have discussed in the first rule, what is grammar? The object which is there that comes first. That means grammar was, and thought was a verb. Verb is same as the following, which is given in the active voice. As in the rule, the first rule, what happens? Subject goes to the end. So here what it forms? Grammar was taught. Grammar was taught by whom? By what? Grammar was taught. What is given in the active voice? By whom? By Peter. So as we are saying this passive voice by the bystander or the as an observer, what we need to add? We need to add the by here. We have to simply remember that in the passive voice we are the bystander or the observer, so by should be used maximum in the 96% of the passive voice. Next, coming to the second example, Ravi bought a chocolate. When we convert this into the passive voice, what happens? Chocolate was bought by Ravi. Chocolate was bought. If it was written like that, what happens? It is that a meaningful sentence? No, right? So as given in the active voice, we have to add the bystander by and the subject which is given at the end, that is Ravi. Now it was a correct one. Here are a few two questions for you. Fill them and comment the answer in the comment section. Subscribe for more videos and comment what you have, what you want me to explain. Thank you. Have a great day. Subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Comment your answers.